Donahue on Violence, a News Talk television special.
I'm pleased to say that the vast majority of the cable systems have stayed with us, and we thank those people who make those decisions along the loop for doing so. Well, television. My goodness, what contribution does it make to how we behave? Start us off here on media and violence. What would you want to share with these viewers?
There is a lot of violence in the media. According to the National Alliance for Nonviolent Programming, there are 5 to 6 acts of violence that occur each hour on primetime TV. It rises to 20 to 25 on Saturday morning children's programming. By age 16, the average child has seen 200,000 acts of media violence, including 33,000 murders. Also, we're watching more TV than ever before. Nielsen Media Research reported that Americans now watch about 47 hours of TV a week. No word on what percentage of those hours come from people watching the Donahue show.
Thank you. Thank you. Nick Roes
Can we jump in, Phil?
Yeah, please, go ahead with not altogether that much. Go ahead, Dr. Gonzalez, Minneapolis, you wanted to say.
Yes, basically is that when we were watching television, when you and I were watching Snow White, we watched television together as a family. Today, television is used as a babysitter. Today, children watch more television. There are more violent television toys on television commercials.
Yes.
And so those are the differences.
Man, I mean, everybody knowing their damn mind, you can't fall off no cliff like Wile E. Coyote and get up. You know what I'm saying?
May I have just a moment, Dr. Gonzalez? I'm sorry to, Nick Roes is never going to, like so many of the other guests here, never going to be called pushy. Thank you for your patience. You authored a book titled Helping Children Watch TV. You've just heard Mr. Lichter and Dr. Gonzalez come down very hard on the saturation of violence in our culture, most certainly led by the little one-eyed monster called television in the home. May we have your thoughts? What are you saying in helping children watch TV?
A disservice to the children that have real problems. I think this is maybe what Eugene was saying, to focus on violence on television instead of on the real problems that these children have. If the kind of child that watches television is very important, the kind of child that goes to the set is very important. So it's a disservice to them to say, you're afraid you're going to get shot, you don't have a job, just stop watching MTV and all your problems will be over. You're getting too many violent ideas from television. So I think the main problem with that kind of media bashing is that it takes away our focus from the real problems that we've all talked about today so far.
I do too, and I think it's a standing O at the Rotary Club. It's easy to get people to agree with you. Everybody's foursquare against Beavis and Butthead. And I'm not sure that's going to get us
anywhere. If we think of that
anywhere.
Beavis and Butthead incident, as tragic as it was, we have to think, how could we save more lives? Take Beavis and Butthead off the air, or some fire prevention education where children wouldn't be in the same room with matches. We have to have some common sense with these statistics. I think it's much more likely that a person who's already hostile and has violent tendencies is going to focus in on violent television shows than a perfectly well-adjusted child is going to be flipping the channels and see Murder, She Wrote, I think I'll kill somebody.
Yeah,
it's the kind of
that's
child
my point.
in the first place.
Right. Who's going to argue that poverty does not make a contribution to violence? Who will argue that alcohol and drugs don't make a contribution? The dysfunctional family, violence in the family. And incidentally, while we're at it, all the proud Americans out there who paid all these taxes, worked hard, sent your kids to war, how is it that we stood here and watched the American public school system fall right through the trap door? This is a shame. We're coming up on the end of this most compelling hour. Briefly, let's go. Hold it. Running out of time.
I just wanted to say that all of the things that we've been talking about now, the fatherless youth,
right,
the media, this is all external things. We have to focus more on the internal, the feelings that are involved in violence.
Very good. Yes.
I don't think there's a doubt that the media has an effect on every person, but I think that there should be more positive things in the media, not just television and movies, and that you have to show the good things in life too.
You wanted to say, please.
I think there's more positive things on television now than ever before. The problem is there's too much violence in real life, not there's too much violence on television.
You have made a very interesting point. I feel anger coming from you, and I think it is very legitimate and very understood. You've made the point, for example, about racism. Let's not let our program end without all of us agreeing that racism continues to infect the American
But it's
bloodstream.
also with the media too, because see, the media and movies, they try to show you, you know, what killers wear, like baggy clothes, or their hat broke to the side, or you know, a hair braid.
And a stereotype is
and
built.
then when you go walk into an interview or just walking on the street, walking
job.
back and forth, you know, because I even had an incident where you know, I got one of my I got one of my brothers over here from Cleveland with me. We got on the elevator, and a white lady seen us up there, and she was waiting on the elevator and seen us and was like, "Oh, I forgot something. Hold on," and then left.
Right. Just a review here. David Blankenhorn, your book is titled Fatherless America. You got us started here, and you started a big fight. Mr. Condliffe, I respect the passion that you brought to Mr. Blankenhorn's thesis here, but ask you to please believe us when we say nobody is suggesting that's the whole answer. Right. I thank you. The debate about media continues. Join me in thanking all these guests for a very honest effort to understand, even if it's only a little bit, how to solve America's growing violence problem. Thank you for joining us.